Psy and Medusa. Psy trucked down the hall as his new school, his one large eye staring at the floor. Giant centaurs and flying horse passes him. But Psy was the only creature has a single eye. I'm never going to fit in here, Psy numbered. Under his brief whack, Psy bumped into Mark, the largest minotaur in the school. Watch where you're going, One Eye, Mark said. Sorry, I don't see you, Psy said. Can't you see with one eye? Mark asked, as if uncool. Psy spotted Medusa heading toward them. That gave him an idea. He'd been at school long enough to know about her powers. I actually see something really cool over there, Psy said. What do you mean? Mark asked. As he turned to look, he peered down in the hall, made eye contact with Medusa, and instantly turned to stone. When, without thinking, Psy met Medusa's yellow eyes, his skin tingled, and he looked down at his hands in dismay. To his surprise, however, he was still just Psy. Ugh, Medusa turned someone to stone again. A student groaned. Let's drag him to the nurse's office. A group gathered around and began to haul Mark off. Medusa, humiliated, burst into tears and ran away. Psy raced after Medusa. He had looked directly at her eyes and hadn't turned to stone. Outside, Psy found Medusa sitting at a picnic table with her face buried in her eyes. Can I talk to you? Psy said. Medusa turned her head from Psy. Go away if you don't want to be turned to statue, she murmured. You look me in the eye, and I'm fine, Psy said. That's not possible. Just ask the nurse. She had to turn 14 kids back to normal this year, Medusa said. Trust me, Psy said. Maybe it's because I have only one eye. I can't be turned to stone. Medusa slowly lowered her hands and perked at Psy's one eye. Her face lit up. It's a miracle. You don't know what's it like not be able to look at anybody, she said. I don't look at people anyway, Psy said. The kids all stared at me, said Mark. And Mark, the Minotaur, already called me One Eye. Imagine having a head full of snakes, Medusa said. Every day is a bad hair day for me. I guess, Psy said, then paused for a moment. The truth is, I don't see well, and I'm too embarrassed to wear my monocle. It's bad enough to only have one eye. Psy pulled a round glass piece on a long gold chain from his pocket. How silly is this, he said. Medusa giggled when she saw Psy peeking through his monocle. When I wear this thing, it makes me stand out even more, Sai said. Can I see that a second? Medusa asked. Sure, Sai said as he handed over the monocle. I don't use it anyway. The school bell rang, and Medusa patted Sai on his shoulder. I like your one eye, Medusa said. We needed to get our 3 eyes over to the shop class before we're late. Sai smiled. Hey, shop class, he said. That gives me an idea. For the next 2 weeks in shop class, Silas and Medusa sat at a back table together. Sai took measurements of Medusa's head. He used at the shop tools to build a visitor that it equipped her from turning people to stone. Finally, Sai polished the complete visitor and handed it to Sai. Try it out, he said. Medusa slipped the visitor. Inside, a stream of mirrors allowed her to look at people without making direct eye contact with anybody. Medusa confidently approached the table next to them. The student peeked up at her and no one turned to stone. This is amazing, Medusa yelled. She walked around the room, staring each student in the face. You did it, Sai, Medusa said with a beaming smile. She rushed back to her workstation and pulled Sai's monocle from a drawer. I hope you don't mind, but I've been working on your monocle. It's sort of like cool Google now. She handed Sai the Google. Medusa said, wrap the monocle with wires and attached to leather strap, engraved with lightning bolts. Wow, Sai said, slipping it over his head. Thanks. Now this I'd actually like to wear. No problem, Medusa said. Thank you for helping me out. The bell rang, and Medusa and Sai headed out with their special new eyewear. For the first time, neither of them stared at the ground.
Good job.